Is cheating a part of you stepping outside of your duty? Does that mean you're not doing your duty if you are cheating? Because most people, they go and they either go to a church and they get married, or they get married under a religious umbrella. So would that not be you stepping outside of your duty? What is that for happiness? Because cheating would be happiness.
Wouldn't
Can you
it
define
just be
cheating?
stepping outside your commitment to each other?
Your duty to each other.
Yeah, because like if hypothetically, if
Okay.
he is with ex woman on the side and his wife calls and she's like, I need you here, there's something happening. And he gets up, stops midway, and gets on in his car and drives directly to whatever situation is going on. Is he not addressing that same duty? Is he not being present? Again, mind you, I'm not advocating for cheating, but I'm just saying that like I I, I think it's not duty. I think it's being in the wrong context. I think it's commitment. I think he's stepping outside of his commitment, not duty.
Well, so under duty, number one is a moral or legal obligation, a responsibility. So I would think that's moral, would it not be?
Yeah, I think it depends on whatever arrangement or agreement that y'all have, right? So if you set up the relationship where whatever you set that relationship up with, as long as you abide by those terms and y'all open and honest and y'all on the same page, then I don't think anything is wrong. Now, if you step outside of that and start doing just random stuff, sneaking and hiding and trying to just get away with, if you feel like you're getting away with something, then yeah, you definitely are doing something wrong within that relationship. Something that you would be extremely like, that it wasn't me, caught face if they found out about. You get what I'm saying? Outside of that, I think people have different types of relationships, especially in 2023. And yeah, so infidelity is wrong, but you should be open and honest with whoever you talk to.
As long as you're open and honest about
Open
it.
and honest, yes.
But it's infidelity. Are people open and honest about infidelity?
It's not infidelity if you open and honest. So
No,
you
it
get
That's
is
what
my
I'm
still
point
infidelity,
exactly.
even if you're open and honest. It's still infidelity. It depends on what you consider as the moral standard in your relationship. Outside of religious thing, there's no real moral bounds besides how you feel about it as far as infidelity. Only reason why we even have an idea of infidelity is based upon a moral standard that most people would attribute to as religious. If outside of religious significance, a lot of things in marriage that we consider moral, there's no basis for it. So, me personally,
I know that there are some states that actually allow you to sue the side chick. It was one of those Carolinas, right?
man,
it
that's
allow
cool.
you what?
North Carolina.
North Carolina, it's actually legal. You can sue the side chick.
Sue her for
She can
what?
be summoned to
Because we real
court.
dude. What are you suing her for? What you gonna get from that?
That's what is that not a real thing? I actually
That
thought.
is a real. That is a real thing.
So what is the question? I'm not understanding. Maybe I
Well,
missed.
no, no, Hink, I'm not understanding either. I don't. I
Okay,
don't.
so my question was, it's if when it comes to infidelity, that's duty versus happiness. When I would assume that if you step outside of your marriage to, cheat, you are doing it because of your happiness to fulfill it. A need to fulfill you, right, for your happiness. So when I say duty, I was looking at the definition, which means moral obligation, right? So I was just trying to get your input on how you felt about that.
So we could just consider having sex out. Just sex is cheating. So if I'm talking to another woman, that's not, you don't consider that cheating, right? It's just
No,
me.
no, I would think that if you know
Either
that you
or
have emotions,
our penetration is considered cheating, right?
I would assume because sometimes I feel that women, if a woman is speaking to a man and she's speaking to him in a not in a flirty kind of way, or if there's a bond there, I would say that would be cheating.
Okay.
Given to someone else that was meant for your spouse is to me is cheating. or for your family was to me would be considered cheating.
So if you on like Instagram and somebody flirting with you,
Right.
no, I'm asking you, if you on Instagram and a man like gets in your comment and flirts with you, if you don't immediately block him, are you cheating?
I
Shan?
don't think you should respond because you're opening up the door for it to, you don't even want to open Pandora's box. So if somebody replies to you in a flirty, whatever, Instagram, whatever message, you're not under any obligation to respond. Even if you don't block, you don't have to respond. You can block them if you choose to, but you don't have to respond. I mean, since I've been doing this, it shocks me. I just didn't know because I'm very open about the fact that I'm married, and I'll still get people in the DMs like trying to, say something, but I don't ever respond.
So do you think, like, so we all know men are visual, right? And Instagram is a picture based app. So you're presenting your best foot forward and sometimes your best version of your body in the best angle and thirst trapping, right? So is by doing that you're attempting to cheat? Is what I'm asking. Do you think that that's occurring?
For some women, yeah. If you see mine is boring. I don't have, you know what I'm saying? But I also think
I'm just basing that off of her saying, even if you don't have any physical interaction, by creating a bond with somebody or interacting with them in a flirty way, like Shan said, then that's infidelity. If
well,
that's
let me ask you a question, Marcus. Do you think, as a man, and you guys, y'all can answer this, if your woman was, let's say, going back and forth in a conversation with, a guy, would you, if you consider that cheating, would you leave your woman for doing that, or would you leave her once if she ever got physical and actually had sex? Because if y'all consider that cheating, I know a lot of times men say that they will leave a woman if she physically cheated. Oh, I'm out. But if you also deem having an emotional connection or having conversation with a woman, that's the way that a woman may interact with a man, would you be willing to leave if she did that, if you consider that cheating?
Well, to me, if
remember
if
I
you
told
are,
you the story about how the ex
using social media, period, to me, that's considered cheating. If you're spending way too much time on social media, that's cheating to me. You might as well go and suck his dick.
So you would leave your wife if you were married? You would leave your wife over there?
No, I'm gonna have a conversation with her, but me, I'm gonna have a conversation before she became my wife. So this shouldn't be a problem once we got married. Now, if it is, she won't get blessed with my last name. But I'm gonna let it be known from the jump. We're not doing this. You're not gonna be up here on social media 24 out of 24 hours, 18 of them, and then you mad because I wake your ass up at 2:30 in the morning trying to get some goddamn cheeks. You should have been thinking about that while your ass on social media. Take your ass to nap.
Okay,
when I'm ready to get that ass.
Foul language.
That ass. So
Yeah.
Okay, I'm being sensitive now. I got you.
The access is there. That's really what it is. The temptation is there. The access is there, right? Usually the cheating doesn't happen like when the woman physically cheats. It's been a long time building up, right? Because it's the constant access. It's the DM. It's the liking pictures. It's the commenting. It's the sliding in the back channel. There's a lot building up, piquing her interest, like that red beacon that keeps going off, right? And sort of one day they might have a moment of weakness and they might entertain that message. They might finally open it up, right? But it took a lot of build up to get them to do that. And sort of when we talk about the whole sex thing, right? Like that woman seeming resentful, and then that week they have an argument like, you always deny me and this and that, and now they're giving each other the cold shoulders. They're not communicating effectively like they should. In that moment of weakness, they might entertain that message, and then that opens up Pandora box for a series of other things to come. But it's never like one moment to the other that they cheat. It's a slow build up and a moment of weakness happening in your relationship. That's where it happened. For a
Yeah.
man, it takes a whole lot to get him to get a woman to do that, because they have to do a lot in order to have access to that woman. So I don't think it's mutually the same.